Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Oh, you getting it in? Somebody's getting it for you. What's good, people? Woo! What's good, people? It was the day of the day, but no day we call Wednesday. Anyway, the said, what's good, people? Oh, it's been a crazy couple of days and stuff like that, and that being said and stuff like that, just trying to put a lot of information out there in reference to a lot of different things that's going on in the current events of today. Anyway, that being said, I always try to tell the girls like me or anyone who really wants to listen in reference to doing your own hair. Of course, you know I do my own hair. I would love to wear weaves, not weaves, but lace front wigs. But I'm always worried about somebody pulling it off my head, or, you know, you get really hot and really tired, and then you're, you know, somewhere that the sweat is coming up, and then the lace start moving, and then you ever lean against something, you know, like you go to sleep or something, and then the weight start lifting up off your head, and they start talking to you in the front because the tracks is, you know, the lace is up there. You know, so I try to avoid, you know, wearing something like that. You know, just my personal opinion, I do like weaves. I do like lace fronts. But like I said before, I just always have a problem because there's a wig. And some lace fronts are very good, and depends on how much money you want to spend, you know, on the hair and stuff like that. I just don't see myself spending that type of money on fake hair. I'd rather get this little cheap fake hair that I have in my hair now. You know, this comes to the total of $50, you know, all of it is a weave and stuff like that. Of course, it's loose weight. And the reason why I try to, you know, encourage people to do their own hair, because it seems like difficult when you think about it, but reality is that it's not that difficult. Anyway, that being said, I want to share your video reference to someone who went to go get their hair done as a student, you know, getting her hair done, and the student did the best that she could, and this is the result.
Okay, convinced Deborah Frazier to remove her scarf. That's short.
And it was worse. What you're getting to see is not even the full magnitude. This is no type of... Is this a style?
Deborah says she looked more or less like this when she went to the Empire Beauty School in Center City last Friday morning for a Mother's Day weekend cut and style. She'd been going to Empire for years without a problem. She understood the trade-off. The price was right, just $12, but it was a student doing the work. Deborah was looking for a pixie cut, short but tapered. About midway through the process, it became clear something was wrong. Very, very wrong.
I asked for a mirror, which I was refused. They told me I did not want to see it.
That's not a good sign of the beauty salon.
Exactly. You don't want to see it.
Deborah says there were bare spots on her scalp. She says a supervisor rushed over with a container of dye.
And she's trying to dye in the holes with a dye.
Deborah says 2 other students attempted to fix the damage with their clippers, while other customers just stopped and stared.
People coming up saying, "Wow, whoa, look at that. What the?"
What was the student stylist's reaction to what all had happened here?
She started to cry eventually.
Needless to say, the folks in charge of the school did not charge Deborah for the haircut, and they offered to give her a free cut next time in.
No.
Not willing to take that chance?
No.
I know what you're thinking. You get what you pay for. Deborah says that's not the point.
Okay, it's a student. I can accept that. I can accept the mistake, but what's hard for me to accept is the way it was handled.
Now, you pay for what you get. You know, you went to a student, not a professional, but a lot of professionals are just like students because they will mess your hair. If you go back to the video I was showing you reference to the guy who's a celebrity stylist who does people's hair and stuff like that, and, you know, you do people's hair and you screw it up. You know, so my thing is this is that you don't have to turn around in that chair and gag. Anyway, that being said, the topic of this story is about the pastor. Yes, the pastor. Not a different type of pastor. A pastor who is against gays and stuff like that. This is the story. Okay, he's from Midland, Michigan. He's an anti-gay pastor. His name is Reverend Makela. He's married with 5 kids. And he's from Lutheran Church. Okay. Now, I wasn't going to do this story, but I'm just going to show you a few pictures of Mr. Matthew. Here it is. Okay, now you see those pictures, stuff like that. Well, this is what happened. This is the story. Okay, he was on Grindr. And of course, he was sending out texts and stuff like that in reference to, you know, I'm trying to find him a man, honey. And evidently, he's been on this since 2010, allegedly. So, you know, my thing is this is that I always said before when it comes down to the girls like me, when it comes to our gay counterparts, you know, to me, myself, I see us all as a big family. If you don't want to be a part of the LGBT, I understand you hate them, but they're still my family, so I'm going to still embrace them, whether they like me or not. Anyway, that being said, and I had no problem with Mr. Matthews, you know, living his life to his truth, but my thing is this is that you went and you married a woman. You gave her 5 kids. You hate gay people, you're against gay and all this stuff like that, and then, you know, you post these different things. Now, the thing about it is that I understand you want to throw people off your scent because you don't want nobody to know what you're into and stuff like that, and here it is, you on Grindr, you're telling the guy, you know, you're soliciting him for some sex because you've done it before and you're this and this and that. You're such a hypocrite. You are a fucking hypocrite. And the thing about it is that there are a lot of men who sit in church that talk about gay people so bad, and yet you're doing the same thing. And the thing about it that gets me is that women are not dumb to this. What you pastors try to relevant, but anyway, so our only problem I have with this, I really per se don't give a shit that he was on Grindr. My problem is what his focus was on when he came down to the gay people. And of course, he went after my sisters, yes, the transgenders. Who? The transgenders. Who? The transgenders. Okay. Now he went after us. Because you know what? And by his pictures and stuff like that, I'm going to be very frank. It's just my opinion. He looks very flamboyant. A butch queen. And if you don't know what a butch queen is, it's somebody who's, hi girl, hey honey. But of course, in front of the pastor, you know, he put his thing down and, you know, and look down on people. And at the end of the day, she's backing her thing up on somebody. Anyway, that's just my opinion. This is what she said when it came down to the transgenders. Transgenders movement is going to assist the opportunists or sickos preying on children and others. That's what transgenders are to Mr. Reverend Matthews. We prey on others and children and stuff like that because we're sick in our minds and stuff. We're so disgusting. But you're on Grindr trying to get some cock in your butt. Is that the Bible said? Did you get that from some type of, you know, your healing for your soul? Was it in the Revelation that you had to go out and find it? He resigned. He resigned and stuff like that. You know, once it went out public and stuff like that, he resigned. Now he's in the hiding. I think it's so tired. I think it's so tired. You know, a true leader in saving souls is someone who does not turn people away. If God created all the animals in the earth and my skin complexion and your skin complexion and the blacks and the whites and medicine and all these different types of things, what makes you decide that everything is written in that Bible came from God? Let me tell you something. And it's just my opinion. Do you realize there are a lot of people in the world who have dead things in their house? And when I say dead, I'm not talking about belts and shoes. I'm talking about that refrigerator. If you have chicken, beef, or steaks, or ham, and all this other type of stuff, do you know that is a dead animal in your house? That is something dead in your house. And some people say, well, it's just an animal, and stuff like that. I'm sure it didn't want to die. I'm sure it didn't want to die. Of course, you know, people say, well, you know, the Lord put that there so we could kill it and eat it, but it says in the Bible that you not kill. I'm sure it didn't want to die. Do you know that there is something dead in your house? Do you ever think about that? Do you ever think that something's dead in your house? Probably not, because she don't care. Anyway, that being said, just my opinion, because mother knows she has something dead in her house. And it's not a man, but, anyway, but, that's just my opinion, you know, but it's something dead. Most men come through this, they're not dead as far as physical, but their pockets are dead. Anyway, that being said, I want to hear how you feel about this. The pastor, Mr. Matthews. His name is Eminem, honey. His initials. Anyway, that being said, Matthew Makela. What is up with these people with these hard pronouncing names? Anyway, that being said, I want to hear your opinion on this. And I want to say, be true to you. Stop trying to degrade people. Let people live their life as long as they're not hurting anyone. And I want to say, hello, all new people. Boom. I want to say, old people, bam. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. You do you. You do the best way that you can. And if nobody like it, then welcome.